What is happening, people? You are watching You Know It Makes Sense podcast, episode
3. You know it makes sense.
Boom! And I remembered my ring. Big up Frederick James Jewelers. And yeah, big up Go D Designs.
Go D Designs.
Go Designs.
Go D Signs.
Go Designs, that's it.
That's the one there.
Always
Do
get
you know what I mean? Boom, shout me. Anyway.
Shout Ags for all your sign printing, sign writing needs. And
Yeah.
shout me for all your house removal, house clearance needs and vintage antique furniture. Oh, what is this? Today's one.
Yeah. No, actually, do you know what?
Cheers, mate.
Do you know what? Don't open that.
What?
Let's see what's in there.
Wait, what's he doing? You know I don't drink blood. No way. Wait, Ags the boy.
You know it makes sense. The only little budget ones I made. I made them last week, but I forgot to bring them.
You know it makes sense. Hey, that is sick. I'm actually gassed. What's in here though?
Bit of wet.
No, there's some juice in there.
Yeah, a bit of wet. Have a go.
What's wet?
Just wet stuff.
Bruv, you're being weird. What is it?
Vodka.
Yeah, right. Don't be saying that on camera, mate. That's just water. Sweet.
Boom. Get that in there.
What sort of water is it? That's it.
Just Lidl's finest.
Is it?
Yeah.
Drink it like this. Oh, do you know?
Like, I gave you the one without the dent as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of like that.
That is sick, bro. If any customers, like any, not customers, any of the family watching want to buy one, how much are they?
These ones ain't for sale. These are just prototypes because it will, if you scrub it too hard, it is just sign vinyl, but it's a bit small, so it will come off. But we're gonna get some proper labels made up, and they'll probably be £15. Let's try and make that happen. If we can do them cheaper, then we'll do them cheaper. But at the moment, I'm saying £15.
You know it makes sense. Big Ags up for this though.
Come on.
Can I have my can of Coke though?
You can have your kind of Coke. I think I'm gonna crack mine as well. But you have to hide it behind me. You know it makes sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Do you know what I
we
might
ain't
do?
advertising.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna go like this, like I'm fishing or something. So what you been up to, mate?
Next week we're gonna do baked beans. We're gonna cook baked beans here, straight out of the can, aren't we?
No.
What have I been up to? Done my first setup in the shop today, and it was like breath. It was a breath of fresh air.
You WhatsApp me a little vid.
Yeah. Should we chuck that in here? No, joking.
It looked good though.
Yeah, man. Just that. I slept for about 13 hours last night.
I know. I was thinking you're a lucky guy.
Do you know what? I come in, I was bare hay fevered up, so it got me.
What about the Utes though? Like, don't they wake you up?
Tommy kind of went asleep from there onwards. Chiara was already at home. Francesca goes to bed early anyway. So it's alright. Danny's got a picture of me and Tommy sprawled out.
It don't matter how late I go sleep. Like, they are up and moving around like 7 o'clock no matter what. So that's why it's like... And
No, Tommy did wake me up about 6, kicking me in the head. Like, purely just constant kicks in the head. And I was like, well... But luckily Danny had to get up for the school run, so she diverted that away from me.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
You already know I do the school run in my house in the morning.
Listen,
Anyway, what happened after that?
what happened after that? I went gym, not for very long. Then I went and collected some money from someone for a job.
Okay.
Went and got the material for the job. Started the first job in the warehouse, in the
Yeah.
unit, the premises.
What firm's it for? You don't have to say who if you don't want to, but like what sort of like business?
Business called Nuox. They hire diggers,
Oh, do they?
dumpers. Yeah, plant hire.
Yeah, that's sick. I ain't gonna lie, that's the sort of thing that I wanted to. I wouldn't mind even branching out into, man.
It looks like they're doing well for themselves. I haven't known them that long, but good people. They look like they're doing well for themselves, man. So
They from Baz.
no, the one I speak to is originally from London. They're based around Wickford, Stamford, like in between the two locations. I think 2 different spots.
How did they find out about you?
Through someone else I done a job for.
Yeah, word of mouth.
Yeah,
It's the best way, innit?
yeah. It's the best work because it's genuine work.
Yeah.
It's not I found you online and I'm going to question you about everything you do until you've produced the product, and
They
then I'm
trust
going to
you.
still moan about it because I've pressured you so much that it ain't what I expected. Whereas word of mouth is like, yeah, man, go to this guy, he's banging, he done my ones, and they're like, yeah, you done, and
Yeah.
then
That's it. So most of my work comes from, bro.
what have you been up to today anyway?
Well, basically, we've got into this little routine where everything that we sell on Saturday and Friday or whatever, we deliver it Monday. So we had to deliver like
That's the one though.
3 or 4 wardrobes, 2 sofas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't do.
I
the
take it that
deliveries.
maybe I don't know, this is just an assumption, but was Mondays quite slow on the other front of business usually?
Well, yeah, it's not the busiest, yeah, because obviously
So
people
it makes
all at
sense.
work. They
It
wanna
makes
get
sense
what
to
they're
do it that
doing.
day.
So yeah, like Jules and Ewan went and done tons of deliveries, and I was in here in the morning, just kind of sorting things out for the week, really. Doing
Shout
like
out James and Ewan.
Jules.
Oh, Jules and Ewan. Shout out Jules, new name James. Shout out Jimmy.
Do you know what? Everyone calls him George.
Is it?
Yeah. Like bare people, they just think that when we say Jules,
Go back that
we're
Mac
saying
10
George.
one. What was they calling him?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Mac. Oh, they had some name for him on his podcast, on his live. Some girls called him something else.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah, they went and done that, and after I'd done like my morning stuff, they got here, they went and done that, and we done Hackney Flea Market yesterday.
Yeah, I see that. What
on
was that
Sunday.
saying? What was that saying?
Mental, bro. I sold a massive mirror I had in here, in that front bit, for 500 quid. So that was sick, but it rained heavily. It started to rain about 11, no, probably about 12, 1. And then obviously it's supposed to go till like 4 o'clock. And that is the last event, at Hackney Flea's last event. They had 6,000 plus people come.
Well, that's the last one ever. Or
No,
you saying the
no.
one before that had
I'm
6,000?
doing actually this week's one. So if you're watching this now, Sunday, I'm going to be at, I think it's Great Olympia Park. I think it's in Stratford.
Great Olympia Park is in Stratford.
Yeah, I'll be there this Sunday selling at a vintage fair. So
Just
well,
off
it's
the
called
A,
Hackney
just
Flea.
off the A12, I think.
Yes, indoors.
So like, if you're driving just off the A12, if you're getting a train, Stratford International.
But
I'm
bring your
guessing
money,
you're-
because
I'm
when I
guessing
take
you're
my
about that.
bits there, it ain't cheap. You know, I'm bringing out the cream. Like
Who's bringing that?
I brought that Pizza Hut sign. I brought this bank sign, which Ash the Pap has provisionally bought.
Ash the Pap is a guy.
Yeah, and he's thinking about we're thinking about, and he's thinking about coming on as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd love that anyway, man. That'd be sick to get Ash on there.
He's got some stories, right?
He has. I went out with him on his first night of papping.
Really?
Yeah, first ever night.
Really?
Yeah, man. When he had, what was it? Was it a Ford Mondeo estate? Something like that. And we went everywhere. Went all around central London. We ended up at Faces. Steve was with us as well. And he didn't get no pictures of no one. All the leads were dead. And he was proper disheartened at one point.
Really?
From what I can remember, he was proper disheartened. Then we went to Faces. One of the bouncers spoke to him and said, look, mate, come back tomorrow. These people are going to be here. Promise you, blah, blah, blah. So then he left on a little bit of a high because he had this premise of, or promise, whatever you want to call it, of something tomorrow. And lo and behold, tomorrow did come and he got some pictures and that was him sort of in the door. And after that, the next time I see him properly after that, big boy whip, big boy cameras.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he already had a sick camera anyway,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
lens, everything upgraded, whole life upgraded, man.
Do you know who the first people was he started papping?
I think it was a footballer, the one in Faces, but I might be wrong. But when we get him on here, we'll talk about that more. But it's good to see good people get good things. And Ash has always been good people from the minute I met him. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I mean, I must have met him when I was about 14. When I first met him, 15. I just remember him being massive. He's massive, isn't he?
he's big. He's a big man, that's for sure.
He's very big, that's right. He's actually a mighty big man. He should probably be doing something else, but at least he's got a big camera to hold. He's got big hands to hold a big camera.
Yeah.
Big up Ash the Pap. If you don't know, follow him on Instagram. Check him out. He's a on the front line of Paparazzi, getting all the big celebs and stars.
Yeah, F it, we're going to chuck his at on the screen.
You would have seen loads of his. You would have seen loads of his art and pictures everywhere, without even knowing it, innit?
Yeah, man. His pictures are out there. He's got his own agency now as well, I think.
Yeah.
So let's stop talking about that, though, because he's going to tell us more about how that works when we get him on here.
In episode
7.
maybe not. Right, so so that was that. Yeah,
Flea
it was good.
market.
It got rained. The rain was pouring down hard. But it was, do you know what? Like, I missed Dunton a tiny bit, but it's a whole different crowd, man. Whole different crowd.
Yeah.
Not just like that, but do you know what?
Yeah, these vintage Air Forces are so cold, bro. No, they're just battered, bro. You've got knuckles in them. No, these are so cold.
No, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. It's just people, obviously. Listen, I'm not gonna diss my.
No, I'm not saying you should. Yeah, okay.
Look, mate. Just because not everyone has to speak like us, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. I totally understand.
And there's people who sound like that who ain't got a pot to do anything in.
Yeah.
They ain't got a pot like
Correct.
this.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if they can afford 2 bags a month for a room in wherever they are, then they can afford a couple £100 for a chair. Do you know what I'm saying?
And it's the only thing that they can fit in their flat.
But whatever, they're buying it. And
No, sick, man. Big up them people anyway. I'm only joking. Like, obviously, I'm taking the piss out of you because you're different to me, and that's what banter is, really.
Yeah.
You break down
because
people.
you feel insecure about your lower working class background.
Not even that. You just break down people's differences and take the piss out of their differences. You know, that's what banter is.
Yeah, and listen,
And they can do it back to me.
a trader once said to
back to me.
a trader once said to me, right? Because I've got loads of high end vintage stuff in here, yeah. That if I was in the Dorstons or you know, nice parts of London or more gentrified parts now, where there's trendy shops and stuff, rather than like the back skirts of Sutton Road in Southend, then some of the gear I've got in here would be flying out for top money, yeah? But the fact is, I am where I am, and I sell to a lot of other dealers who take this stuff in my shop to them sort of places, right?
make more on it,
And then
yeah.
they make big money. So a dealer once said to me, listen, if Mohammed doesn't come to the mountain, you've got to bring the mountain
to Mohammed.
Woo! Yeah, thanks. I was going to use that as a little short, but your voice is all over it now.
Do it again.
No, because then you'll moan at me about editing, G.
I don't mind. Do it again. A dealer.
A dealer once said to me, you're just making me laugh, brother. A dealer once said to me, right, and I want the whole audience at home to say this with me, if Mohammed doesn't come to the mountain, you got to bring the mountain to Mohammed.
That's deep.
Bruv.
I love it.
You know it makes sense.
You know it makes
because
sense.
guess what, right? Sometimes, and this is actual factual. Some people have shops like mine, and not just shops like this, but food shops and little businesses, and they get their premises, and they don't ever go anywhere, and they get stuck. Yeah, but I see this place as like not just my shop that's open, you know, Monday to Saturday, 10 till 4, but I see it as a massive lockup for all my goods, you know what I mean? So it's like big storage as well.
Yeah. Massive storage.
And if I can make £1,000 in weather like that in a few hours, just imagine what it's going to be like.
On the summer, the proper
Bro, I
summer
literally
days.
sold 5 items and took £1,000.
Yeah.
And I sold 2 of my coats as well that was in some of my recent videos. But like my big coats and that, 50 quid each. Like I was selling some sick stuff, man. The
Yeah.
Pizza Hut sign, though, that's 500 quid. That's 300 quid. I had the little
Where's
ones.
that Pizza Hut sign from?
I'm going to have to be honest now. I was telling some of the yuppies down at the market, it was from the Pizza Hut in Peckham. But it's actually from the Pizza Hut on South Church Road. It's not a lie if you tell them the truth eventually.
Pizza Hut in Peckham.
I bought the Pizza Hut sign from Peckham.
Yeah.
500, good deal, right? I mean, I've spent that on pizza in like a month in Peckham, so. Oh, but also Saturday, I can't even, do you know what? I've done something massive that was life-changing, really life-changing, and it might mean that I'll be away for a few months.
So basically, I'll just be continuing the podcast with on my own. So you'll just get sort of a lot of different
You could get
angles.
some guests on it, though,
I could.
and you could talk about me, what I'm doing,
Yeah, yeah.
but I've had to sign a
Disclaimer.
NDA, no, like I don't know, disclosure
Oh,
agreement.
non-disclosure
Yeah,
agreement.
so I've had to sign one of them, so I'm not allowed to discuss what it is, what I'm doing, but basically,
It's a thing
yeah,
that could be.
you don't even know. You're not allowed to know.
Yeah.
So, but it will be a massive game changer, and it will probably get this podcast on like 100k views every app if successful.
Sick. So, moving forward, in other news,
Go on.
I don't know. I was just going to say something random.
Yeah, in other news, England are through to the semi-finals.
It's probably not coming home, but the squad will be. So,
Bro, I'm going to send you a clip that you're going to put in here because I watched it in a pub in SW1 and it was a mad thing.
what a clip that you filmed yourself.
I feel bad about saying this, yeah, but basically, whilst Trent scored the goal, there was a group of girls and their friends, and basically this girl started celebrating, jumping up and down, and boobies slipped out.
What, you filmed this?
I was filming myself, but in the background,
You can't put that in there, can you?
probably not. But
Airdrop me that.
I mean, look, it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. I was filming myself,
Yeah.
but it slipped out. So I apologise again if you have to edit that, but I mean, that is really literally what happened.
It's fun.
So,
It's fun for all the game. Did she enjoy herself?
she looked like she was having a great time.
Well then, that's all that
As
matters.
soon as I see it, I shut my eyes. I was like, oh my God. But I shut my eyes and I was like, Ax was like, this editing thing's dead.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. So last time we had to cut a load of stuff out. I had to cut a load of stuff out. Sonny's not really your editing type. So it was a bit mad, but it stitched together quite nicely. It looked good on the screen.
Can
so I
we
was
have a
happy with
massive
it.
round of applause for Ax's editing skills? Because he's really the man behind this editing thing. As you know, because if you've been subscribing to this channel for a long time, I've actually got so much boots out content that I haven't edited, hasn't come out. And you're always on me for my videos, but I can't get my head around all the editing constantly. And my Mac at home, its hard drive is like maxed out. So every time I try to edit on my crappy little iMovie, it just all starts freezing. My Mac's well slow. I'm just like out the game with it, really.
You need to get an SSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you with that.
I was thinking about just getting another MacBook.
You could just get another Mac, but if you want to make your other one faster, I'll help you with
Yeah.
that still.
Yeah, ASAP, because I need that sorted, man. So do you guys, didn't you?
So
We had some interesting comments. Have you got your phone? Because there was a really interesting comment from someone who lived in Tenerife, Andrea, and Andrea's actually quite a good friend of mine. Well, I've never met her, but she's a subscriber who sent me some stuff before in the past, like some of my coats and stuff. And she's a big supporter. And she used to live in Tenerife, and I didn't even know it. And she said something quite interesting about it. I want to read out a comment.
yeah, hold on, brother.
Big up the seagulls in today's video, because for some reason they're on a madness. I know you can hear them, but the South End seagulls are over this warehouse. You wouldn't get this in Basildon, would you?
No, you just get birds like actual like females outside going. Arr, arr.
Going, can I have a box of Sovereign?
No, they don't smoke Sovereign. B&H Blue.
Have you got that?
I don't know how to get the comments
pass
up,
it,
bro. I'll tell you what we do.
Put it on YouTube normally, innit?
We'll just go like this. I've got bare battery.
Well, he still ain't been found either, has he, Jay Slater?
No, I ain't looked into that no further.
All right.
Poor fella's probably not.
I'll
coming
tell
out.
you another massive thing that happened this week. The elections, bruv.
Yeah,
That was wild.
we've got a Labour government now.
We got a Labour government, mate. Keir Starmer is in control. And not only that, people,
Keir Starmer.
Is for the
is he
fir-
German?
is for the first time in Southend's entire history, we have got 2 Labour MPs for Southend, Rochford and Southend East, and for Southend West. Yeah, for the first time.
What of Basel?
And I believe as well, they are both our first MPs of different, like, ethnicity.
What
Two
have Basildon
backgrounds.
got?
So it's amazing. Basildon still voted Tory, mate, for some, you know. But
Because there's so many upper class. Because everyone, when you go out in Basildon, everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, I don't know. They're probably just
You can't move it,
bit
but you
right
can,
wing,
you can
innit?
look in.
Go on, scroll down. You'll have to read it then, because I can't see.
Who
from
is
there.
it from?
Yeah, that one.
Look.
Shall I read it? Can you move it for me, and then I could probably see it. It's just the angle, bro. So Andrea said, Andrea.
Andrea.
My family are from Tenerife. I moved over there in '96, and even back then, there was scare tactics in the timeshare world that if you stepped out of line, you'd get taken up the mountains. Masca is the most beautiful, breathtaking place in the whole of the island. The inhabitants of the village is no more than 100 people. In brackets, imagine they're all related somehow. But the 2 Somalian boys who rented the Airbnb would have stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Any other interesting comments on there? Someone said dogging, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Dogging. Wasn't that on like the live comments? Or?
I don't know. Did you say?
Oh yeah, no look.
Did you say that in the last?
No,
pod?
someone wrote dogging.
I know, but I don't.
Oh, maybe I did say that. I think I might have said that. I think I might have mentioned the word dogging in the last podcast. Dogging.
Wild. So yeah, man. He still ain't been found. England are through. They just got through. Absolute mad. I think Tommy B's gone to Germany, isn't he?
Yeah.
See a video of him out there.
He's coming home.
He's eventually. And yeah, stay safe. My accountant's out there. My accountant's actually been to every single game.
Who's Mike Oughton?
My accountant.
Oh, well, fucking hell.
Yeah, my accountant. So my accountant's out there just watching all the football.
Yeah.
Which is cool, man, because she said she'll be 60 next year. She's gone out there with her other half. And
Crunching numbers.
yeah, she said to me, like, if I want any tickets and that. But they're expensive, man. She bought her tickets.
£5 each?
Nah.
What more?
Yeah, she bought her tickets for the semi-finals, 750 quid each.
Yeah, did that. Why would you do that to watch like the worst movie of your life?
Well, it's not going to be the
It
worst.
potentially could be really good.
We're going to win. But, you know, like she said, and I said to her, I said, there's no point making all this money and not enjoying it. And she said, yeah, I'm going to be 60 next year. I've got to make the most of it while I still can. And I'll make her right.
100%. When I'm watching these podcasts back, I clock the amount of times I'll say ins and outs, and 100%. Everything that I'm not sure about, I go, I don't really know the ins and outs about it. And then you say something that I agree with, and I go, 100%. My vocabulary is huge.
So yeah,
Basically.
so she's there doing her thing, and I mean, yes, exciting. The next game, well, it would have been and gone. So we've either been knocked out by now, by the time this comes out, or in the final.
Who are England playing?
We are playing. I can't remember. Germany. No, is it Germany? You might have to Google it quick. Pretty sure we're playing Germany. That ain't right. Netherlands. Oh, we're playing Netherlands.
Why does it say Ireland?
Germany already out. Dumbass.
Oh, that must be rugby.
Yeah, we are playing Germany. No, bro.
You know the one that's next to Germany, after Belgium, Netherlands.
Never, man. Netherlands.
Is that where Michael Jackson's from?
What, Netherlands?
Yeah.
Is this a joke?
No, that's where I thought he's from. How do you know? This one's a good one as well. How do you know Michael Jackson was a West Ham fan?
I don't know, Ags. How do you know he was a West Ham fan?
Because he was forever blowing bubbles.
It's not good. That's that order. I'm just letting them know as well. Ags picked these records here, by the way, because there was a bit of screen glare.
No, the camera was shining back.
So he picked these Diana Ross, Dean Martin.
This one's a story. But I like the artwork.
Peter and the Wolf. Yeah, so I totally forgot. Germany got knocked out on penalties, I think. But to be honest, I haven't been following the other teams. I've just been watching England. But I come out of that thing Saturday, and the thing I can't talk about, basically I was in there for like 4 hours. And yeah, man, I done what I had to do, and I done really well. And
You was in a Pornhub interview for 4 hours.
No, it's not funny. Anyway, I was where I was for 4 hours, and one day I'll be able to tell you about it. And it was already halfway through the first half, so I was happy when it went to extra time. And then after that, I went to
That pub.
I went to JJ Fox's.
What's that?
It's a cigar lounge
Oh, sick.
in SW1. There's 3 cigar lounges there. Davidoff, CG.
But you can smoke inside.
Where you can smoke inside, upstairs.
How's that legal?
Because they don't say it as smoking, they call it like sampling. So you can literally sample a cigar and just smoke it like here. And I've like, you can put a picture in if you want, and me sitting it's quite a cool picture. Me sitting in the cigar lounge, just smoking a cigar. Bro, but there was a box of 55 cigars in there. Guess how much?
55.
You get 3 guesses.
5 grand.
No, they're the most expensive cigars in the shop.
80 grand. You got to say higher or lower.
Higher.
I can't guess otherwise. 55 cigars. 150 grand.
Exactly that.
Boom. Third guess, do you know what I mean?
150 cigars for 55 cigars for 150 grand. Like, that's how some people are living, bro.
How much is that per cigar?
I don't know, but it's too much, man. But that's the sort of money some people have got.
Oh, it's only £2,727. Yes, that's not even a lot.
Have you ever spent any time around that part of London, like St James's and that SW1?
Not like I've walked through areas like that. I haven't explored.
It's like all like
inside
not
buildings.
just the Ritz, but it's all around that. Like they've got the Bugatti shop and all that.
Yeah, I haven't explored inside anything there. I've probably walked through and.
Basically, anyone who's got like serious money in the world, when they come London,
they go there.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Ashton Pap's probably there all the time.
Probably. sort of place. We went to some really cool cake shop as well, but that was just off of. That was actually before we got there.
Who was you with?
I was with Goodfella, who watches this podcast, Irons Pete, and then we walked from there along like to Parliament Square. It's all quite close to each other anyway. Then we walked to Parliament Square, and I'd done that little funny video. I don't want to be Prime Minister, but if I was, that's a good question for you actually. If you was Prime Minister, what would you do?
What would I do?
What would be your policies? 3. You got 3 policies. And in the comments, let me know if you as Prime Minister, what would your policies be?
What would I do? Policies.
See, I'd just walk past Westminster, yeah, and because I see Big Ben and Parliament, I'd just come up with it, and I started freestyling it off the bat, but I was like, I come up with some mad ones.
Public transport would be that. It wouldn't be overcharged, privatised businesses. Public transport should be, like in London, kids under 5 go on
free.
Yeah, but the buses, they go free up until 16 and that.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Because in Southend it's not.
No, and it should be, man, and it's a joke.
And it should be for trains as well.
Even when I was younger, actually, in Basildon, they had a thing called a bike card, which showed you how old you was, right?
In Southend as well.
Yeah, but I grew up, at this point, I was living in Thurrock, where you didn't have them. So I've come and stayed at my friends on the weekend, probably Gleedy's or Dern's house, and we wanted to get on the bus. And bearing in mind, I look young now. When I was 13, I looked mad young. Do you know what I mean? I looked like a 9.
Is that because you're still doing a skincare routine?
I was. I looked like a 9-year-old. Like
coconut oil?
It was that bad. I went to my friend Dern's house for the first time ever. His mum's an Irish lady. She pulled him into the kitchen, and she said to him,
"Where's my coconut oil?"
No, she pulled him into the kitchen. Stop ruining my story.
Go on.
So I went to Dern's house, and she pulled him into the kitchen, and she said, "Robert, why are you hanging around with little kids?" And he was like, "He's my age, Mum." She was like, "Is he? Oh, be Jesus." And then she loved me after that. But that's what I mean. I looked that young. So I've got on this bus to buy a child ticket. And the guy said, "Have you got your bike card?" And I said, "No, I'm not from around here. Where I'm from, we don't have bike cards." And he wouldn't sell me a child ticket. He made me pay adult. That's mad, isn't it? I was like 13, or maybe even 12. I looked like about 9. How could you? You know what I mean? So that would be one of the ones. Number 2. Better support for elderly people regarding pretty much everything. Because I feel like once people get past the age of what they would class working, they sort of neglect them, especially when it comes to hospitals. There's all this sort of let them die philosophy that I feel goes on. So I'd think better care for elderly people because they're the reason we're all here. So regardless of whether they've lived their life, show them a bit of love, man, because they could live a longer life and they might teach you something. If there was no old people about, there'd be nothing to learn. And 3rd, bit controversial, but I would take the LGBTQ stuff out of schools. I wouldn't say everyone can celebrate it how they want, but I would take it out of schools. It doesn't need to be taught in schools. It's not for schools. It's not for children.
You're a bigot.
That's an adult's choice to make.
You're a bigot.
It's not a child's choice to be
You're
taught.
a far-right bigot. Cancel that man. Cancel him. You've just got the whole of the left wing of this country going absolutely mad.
Wild. But I'm pretty sure that there's some people that are involved in that community that would totally agree with what I just said. It's not for children, man. Let children make up their own minds when they get old enough. You don't need to force an agenda on them.
Definitely out of primary school.
Yeah, 100% out of primary school. 100%.
I think even sex education should be out of primary school.
Because it is a bit wild what you get taught. Do you know what I mean? I think when I was in primary school, they just whacked on a Mia Khalifa video and said, "Go on, that's what you got." No, I'm joking. She was probably in primary school when I was in primary school. Yeah, no, I think it is a bit mad. Because why are they teaching it in primary school, actually? Why do you need to know that as a child?
No, I can understand some education around it, but also I think it's as parents. It's
Yeah, but maybe more education around cleaning the parts as you're coming into puberty, as you're hitting puberty, learning how to actually care for them parts. That's sex education that a child needs to know. They don't need to be taught that this is how you do this. But then again, maybe the other one is that if they weren't taught instinctively as animals, they probably would find a way to do it, and then they wouldn't know that the side effects of that would be having children, and then you'd have a load of children with children.
It's so difficult. Like I remember I think it was either my mum or my dad trying to like start talking to me about sex and that. I'm like, allow it. I didn't want to hear it. Do you know what I mean? Like, go away. Did you ever have a conversation with your mum and dad about like? Do you ever remember them like at a young age, going right, Tom? Do you know?
No, I think I just knew about it anyway. I don't know, man. Somehow we just knew about it when we was kids.
You know. I was a mad horny kid, so
I remember. I remember my mum saying something about what do you want for Christmas to my dad, and him saying I just want a blowjob. I remember that as a kid for some reason. That's in my brain.
Look at that fly. He's
Where?
right on the end of the mic.
What did Did I get it?
Yeah, that was savage.
What they do? What is their obsession with mics?
They're never even in here. Like as soon as we do a podcast, boom.
Do you know what I mean? There's never flies in here. Everything you buy has never been touched by a fly.
It's like the most hygienic little environment ever.
Yeah, man. What's happening next week with you anyway?
I don't know, but the other day someone's dead nan fell out of one of the wardrobes.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. It's funny because it's true.
What are you still doing in there?
What are you doing next week?
That's how quick they want to clear the houses out around here. Talk about support for elderly people. What am I doing next week? I don't know. Remind me. What am I?
I don't know.
I'm at that flea market, so that's the first day of the week. I've got a lot to do this week. I know that. I'm moving about 4 or 5 houses. I'm up against it, Ags. I can't lie, mate. There's a lot going on, and then I'm hoping to hear this confirmation for this project, and then once that happens, I'm gonna have to put a lot of plans in place to make sure everything runs smoothly. So we'll see, brother.
Yeah, sick.
But yeah, I got my work cut out for sure. But it's all going good, you know. Things are going good. Things are looking up. I just still can't believe this weather that we're having.
Do you know what though? My birthday, every year for about the last 6 years, rained. And this year it said it was going to rain. But actually, it was one of the only days last week where it didn't rain. And I was thankful for that. But it was a big day. It was the day that I moved into the thing anyway, into my unit. Unit 20, Samsung House, Basildon, SS156DR on the arterial road if you want to go there. Shout me first though, find my number online.
Going to turn up.
Shout me first, find my number online because I might not be there. I might be out doing a job, but that's
Can
where
they turn
it
up
is.
and just order straight from you?
I mean, yeah, if I'm there, but it's not one of them ones where it's going to be there and then turn
It's not
around.
like a shop front, is it?
No, but you could come in there, but it's not going to be one of them ones where I can't just make something on the spot like that.
Like you used to at Designer Print.
We did do that, but it's still not on the spot. It's still like come back in half hour, come back in 45
I liked
minutes.
it because back in the day when you go there, like you could get the design up on a computer, like you used to show people,
Yeah.
this is what we can put on a t-shirt for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I do things like that anyway, still back and forth on WhatsApp with people. A guy called Jay, who you might know, I can't think of his last name, but I used to do designs for him over Skype years ago.
Oh, is it?
And share their screen share. So I moved that there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still do things like that. I I haven't really focused on the clothes as much as I did, as Tim did.
There's not as much dough in it, is there, than the sign
It's
writing and stuff?
no, and it's also like a lot more time consuming to get the dough. But I will start stocking up on plain teas.
Yeah.
Now I've got the space to put things.
That's it.
Because I might as well, every order I do, if I chuck in 5, then I've got a little backlog that when someone rings me, can you do them today? Yeah.
And every time you do someone's sign writing, like on their vans, you can say, do you want some t-shirts?
Yeah.
You could even do some complimentary tees, couldn't you?
Yeah. Like the other day, I gave someone some hats for free because I had some hats laying about. So I thought, fuck it. Chuck the logo on the hat. Gave them the logo.
I don't think there was no need to swear then.
No, I saw your face. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair enough. It's what it is. Everyone's entitled to do what they please, aren't they? Really, mate. That's why God gave us free will.
I might say he did apologise, but I did hear something earlier, didn't I?
What did I do? I forgot something, didn't I?
You forgot.
We was on the phone.
Yeah.
And
Your charger
I
wire.
dropped a cheeky one.
Oh fuck! I dropped my. I left my
Lags, come on, man.
wire.
No need to repeat it.
Right then, he said, "Oh, bugger! I've left my
That's
wire."
just as bad, probably. No, I used some inappropriate language while I was on the phone to Ags because I totally forgot something, and it was.
He totally forgot himself at the time.
I had to leave a site at 5 o'clock where I was picking up some stuff with a contract I've got with Essex Council, and I was picking up some stuff. And they locked up the thing, and it was my only iPhone charger. My percent was on like 2%, and my phone would have died on the way home if I didn't get that wire. And as soon as I jumped to my van, I realised I didn't have the charger, and I went, like instinct. And, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I'd like to think I wasn't 100%.
You can actually teach an old dog new tricks, though. You do know that, don't you?
Do you know what? You can't.
You can.
Do you know what as well? I'm not sure if even that's in the Bible or not.
Have you ever watched
Google,
Southend Dog Training?
Google that's quick.
Have you ever watched Southend Dog
Adam,
Training?
I know him,
He teaches old dogs new tricks all the time. Yes, he does.
Does he?
Yeah, he get really old dogs that are proper disobedient, and he can train them in seconds because he knows the mannerisms that they.
Yeah, he's sick. He's smashing it. He's got a big social media.
He's so good, man. And it's really, really informative and good to actually watch him, even if you're not a dog owner, just to understand.
Check that for me, though. Type that in. I don't think it is, but just double check that.
What?
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Where that saying comes from? Because I know, do you know you can't lead a horse to water, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's in the Bible. You might need to check that now as well. Right, it's something along them lines.
It's a proverb that means.
A proverb from where? Oh, no.
Its earliest known use dates back to the 16th century. One of the first recorded uses is John Fitzbert's book, The Book of Husbandry.
Oh, wow.
Where it states the dog must learn it when he is a whelp, or else he will not be learned. For it is hard to make an old dog to stoop.
Right, now do
It's
that.
got loads of E's on the end of words there. Where it's
Now
so
do
old.
that into, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And then do like, Bible question mark.
See, that actually comes from the Quran, it says here.
Type in Bibles.
The phrase is old and been used in English language for many centuries. Its earliest known printed appearance is in the 12th century book, Proverbs of
Type
Alfred.
in Bible there, because there's something very similar in the Bible. So type in, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Does it come from the Bible?
No. This is like the Game Girl thing.
Well, that's me proved wrong. I know this saying's so similar though. So similar. And when I read it, I was like, that's exactly like that saying. So it's actually from the 12th century, from King Alfred. What's the book called? Oh yeah, what's that say?
Proverbs of Alfred, not King Alfred. So this is, but since you refuse to listen when I call and no one pays attention, when I stretch out my hand, since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke. This passage emphasizes the notion that people can be offered guidance and wisdom, but it is up to them to heed it.
Yeah, and then in Proverbs 9:12 it says, "If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you are a mocker, you alone will suffer." Basically saying that, you know, if you're smart, you're smart, and if all you do is diss everyone, then they ain't gonna suffer, but you will.
100%. I don't know the ins and outs of the Bible, but
All right, Jim Ron. Go on, drop some of them.
I'm not a theologian or a minister, but it's Roan, by the way, as well.
Jim Ron.
Roan.
Jim Ron. It reads Jim Ron.
Do you know what? If you ain't familiar with people like that as well, go have a little listen to Wayne Dyer speaking. If you're going through a hard time, he's like got a really soothing voice, and his like outlooks on life and his philosophy is amazing, man.
I've got a game for you, Ags.
Which is
right. We got 1 minute each to give as much money.
You've used yours already. I'm joking. Brother, if you're a mocker, you alone will suffer. Go on, do your thing. 1 minute to give as much motivation as you can.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to get a little
Get
timer
a timer on, yeah. And you're going first because you're so hype.
I'm not going first.
Yeah, you are.
No, if you're a
Yeah,
mocker,
you
you alone will suffer.
Come on. Come on, smarty pants. Smarty pants. Right. Is that the timer?
Yeah.
Right. So let's just take a minute. I want you to talk to yourself, your younger self, and that audience, that age, and motivate yourself. Say when you was like 18 or something.
18? I thought you meant younger.
Or how old do you want to? Say from 14 to 21 then. Right?
Yeah.
Ready, set. Are you going to look straight down the camera, yeah?
Yeah.
Ready, set, go.
I know it feels like you've got no one around you at the moment, but all you need is yourself. Because what you're going through, other people have gone through, but you're not old enough yet to meet them people. So when you get older, you'll understand, and you all share each other's traumas. Let me do that again.
Right, you get one more go. We ain't cutting that. You can't cut that.
Why?
Because you can't. You just got to go again. This is real, innit? We got to keep it real, bro.
Alright, cool.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, go on.
Come on, people. I want you motivating him in this live chat right now in the comments. Let us see. We want pure motivation.
Motivation! Pure. I want fire emojis now. Fire emojis. Hit me up.
In the comments. Every fire comment in this comment, yeah, Ags will reply to on his personal account underneath the comments. So put the fire comments now. Are you ready, Ags?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And then I also want to know. Right, now we'll do that after. Right, go.
Listen, what you're going through at the moment is deep, but you're not the only one going through it. And it's going to make you stronger when you come out the other side. So you see, when you're grown up and you can look back on this, it's going to be the biggest lesson for you. It's going to be the biggest motivation because you're going to know you've come from something worse than what you're going through now. So going through hurt young is better. Going through it older, it's going to affect you more. If you look at the people around you, some of them haven't been through nothing. You've been through stuff when you was really young. And when you see the people your age now and even older than you going through things, not even a fraction of the difficulties that you've gone through, and you see them falling apart because they're not prepared for this life, but you are. And God gives his toughest lessons to his strongest soldiers, and you're one of them. So go on, my G. Pick yourself up now, man.
Boom! That's Ax's timer for those who didn't know.
That's me in the gym, bro. Counting in between my sets.
I want you to give me an intro, so I want you to say, right, Sonny, you've got 1 minute to motivate. Yeah?
Yeah, do you know what? After your 1 minute of motivation, we're going to cut this episode off because it's getting very dark in here. I've just noticed.
I bet they can still see.
So you're gonna give your 1 minute of motivation. We're gonna give them something, and then boom. So what I want to do, yeah, I'm gonna count down from 5, and you're gonna give that sunny
am I gonna do?
motivation. You're gonna motivate them. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motivate.
Listen, you can do this. You have got this. But you got to get up and put some action in. Do it. That's all. You just got to do it. Get active, get up and go for it. Because you might die tonight. This might be your final closing chapter. Have you given it 100%? Or have you been half-hearted? Like, what are you going to do to make every second count? Say if you woke up this morning, yeah, and you had 86 grand in your bank account, right? And the money was just going down like that because there's 86,000 seconds in a day. Every single one of those seconds count. And guess what? It don't matter if you're a billionaire, a trillionaire, or if you've got a tenner in your pocket. We've all got them same 86,000 seconds. So enjoy it, but make the most out of it and plant them seeds. You reap what you sow. Go out there and get it. Grab life by the balls, mate. Grab hold of it and go.
Time.
And just, is that time?
Yeah.
Smash it.
Say it. And just
Grab life by the balls and just say, look, I'm Tarzan and this is my jungle.
love that.
Whoa. Easy, man.
So, man.
So there's actually a really nice wooden table under this, but I decided to put a bed sheet
Right,
over it.
listen. The lighting's going.
The lighting's going. How long have we been going on for today?
Enough time. 51 minutes at the
You've
minute,
been
but-
watching You Know It Makes Sense, the podcast, episode 3. Big yourself up. Yeah, what's been your highlight of the week?
Highlight of the week is me. Well, it's only the start of the week at the minute, but highlight of this week is me cutting and setting up my first job in the shop today.
And my highlight of the week is stalling out at Hackney Flea for the first time and doing my first proper London vintage fair. That's just started a whole new chapter in my life that I'm excited about. If they let me back after they hear Ax's comments on the people that go there.
Yeah, but listen,
I'm sure they will.
people, we love you. Thank you for locking in. Next week, going to be even more entertaining.
Yeah, hopefully you can still see us because it is getting dark because
Yeah.
the weather is still terrible. This time last week, it was still bright at this time.
So
so-
we're gonna get some lights in the studio next week, probably.
Yeah, I got some anyway.
So big love to everyone.
TTFN,
You know it makes sense.
because you know it makes sense.
Yeah, you know it makes sense.
Loved you.